So Khamzat Chimaev is out, and Ikram Aliskerov is in for the bout that Khamzat was scheduled to have with Robert Whitaker. What do I think? Khamzat has to be cut. You know, everybody's calling for it, and it's rare that I do agree with the mainstream MMA media, but as of today, I agree. Khamzat needs to be cut. There needs to be some sort of penalty because he's about to beat Paulo Costa for the pullout king. As of now, no, he actually did end up beating Paulo Costa for pullout king because Costa has showed up to his last two fights, which were big fights in the Strickland fight and the Whitaker fight. So, Khamzat has to be fucking cut all the time. Yeah, so Khamzat has to be fucking cut all the time throughout, basically his fucking career. He spent it calling out, doing random ass call outs with people not even in his weight class just because they've won a fight. And he's doing it, of course, as an attention grab. He's trying to stay in the mainstream MMA conversations, and he was entertaining with it. He brought this boogeyman vibe. He is very skillful. He is undefeated. He did end up beating Usman, arguably, to some fans, in a 3-round fight. Kamaru Usman, who's a legend. So he's got skill. He's got the aura. At least he had the aura. And he was an entertaining fighter. He had a big fan base. There of course were people that didn't like him for various reasons, but he's on the come up. He was on the come up until now because the Whitaker fight I was looking forward to it. Many fans were looking forward to it. I was very excited for it, and to hear this is just devastating. I don't know yet what the reason is for him being pulling out. He did show, in a lot of his fucking pre-fight training videos, he did show a lot of weight. He looked to be very overweight. Some people said he's apparently at heavyweight weight right now in his training camp. I don't really know what the whole final, official deal is with that, but that could be a reason. It could just be that he's simply fucking too overweight and can't make the scale. He knows he can't do it, and he would have to basically fucking kill himself to make weight for that fight. So he ended up pulling out. It could be another reason. It could be staph infection. Could be a break of some sort. Could be a personal life thing. Who knows what it is? At the end of the day, he needs to be cut from the UFC. This is inexcusable. It's happened too many times. He runs his mouth behind the camera. He tries to stay in the mainstream MMA media, and he so far was doing a good job of doing that. A lot of fans put up with it. A lot of MMA people and talking heads put up with it, even though it was all talk and no show most of the time, because he's a skillful guy. He can definitely walk the walk. He talks the talk, and I do believe he can walk the walk. And I had him beating Whitaker in this fight. It's devastating, and I'm gonna have to do a whole nother fucking new video on the on my prediction for that main event, the new one with Ikram Aliskerov and Robert Whitaker. But this is an incredibly, embarrassing thing to happen to Khamzat Chimaev. I don't even know if a fucking public apology could fix this because it's happening so close to the fight. And it's just sad to see, and it's sad to hear about. So I think it's ultimately unforgivable. That's why so many people are calling for him to be cut. That's why I'm calling for him to be cut. I think he needs to learn some sort of lesson with this. There needs to be some sort of penalty for this. He talks day in and day out about getting a fucking a title. He's talking about, I want the belt, I'll destroy anybody, everybody, kill them all, yada yada yada. All this fucking talk he does with no show. No show. He claims he wants the belt so bad, and yet all he's done is fucking float around weight classes, in between weight classes. He's indecisive. He appears to be also irresponsible with his weight, with his training camp. He's gifted, he's talented, but there's a lot of things missing. There's just a lot of things missing with this guy. Too many things to keep him in the UFC. He needs to be cut, and he needs to go. That's my opinion and my take on what's currently happening. Ikram is in the fight, and I'll give my prediction for this, you know, last minute change in the following video. This is Larry Doom. Fuck you guys.